You know, it's the first time in my life that I have truly felt like I'm part of the stream of the great thing that is Western art music.
This is the New Music Festival for Treble Voices, the best of the treble voice choirs in the Bay Area, and we are singing all new music for treble choirs.
You have to be performing new music as a musician. That's how the art evolves.
Face and Heart is a piece of music that was composed specifically for this event, and all of the choirs that are here today will participate in that particular piece. We've never sung this piece together before, aside from individual rehearsals. So today, at the end of the performance, will be the first time that all the choirs will sing it together. That's a testament to how good all of these choirs are in this area, that we can rehearse apart and then come together and make beautiful music, never having been on stage together until 40 minutes before.
Oh yeah, we've been working hard on this piece. We know it. We're ready.
The Peninsula Women's Chorus has had for a number of years a very healthy new music fund in honor of its longtime conductor Patricia Hennings. It's a fund that really has a direct impact on the live music scene. We are making the music of the future and the music of the present.
I made a very big deal out of this event with my singers. Young people, very often they take music and they really have no idea who wrote it. And for them to actually meet the composer and to be a part of a world premiere, it is a very special event. This chance to be a part of a birth of something so special, it's a great event for us. And it's going to change my young artists' lives. They will never forget it.
So I think it's a good opportunity for kids to join the events like this. They are very exciting about these premiere, world premiere.
This is the first time that we will have commissioned a composer for this event specifically. And it's a natural fit because we've been calling it a new music concert to begin with. Martine and I have been collaborating as conductors for 10 years. We have a lot of basis already established from which to make decisions. In this particular case, PWC came to Volti and the Piedmont choirs with the idea of recruiting Pablo.
And I found this text and I thought this would be the perfect text for the end of this festival, about truth and about the kind of candor that youth usually has.
Initially in your lotto, may your face reflect your heart. And I think the most important message here is, let us be true to ourselves. The children are the holders of truths. Sometimes children know the truth because they can see without any prejudices the universe. And that's what this poem is all about.
Logistical challenges, main one being that several choirs are going to be rehearsing together for the first time just a few minutes before the doors open. Pablo had to take that into consideration. We didn't have a number of rehearsals where all the festival choirs would come together. You know, in this case, we're going to have a 200-voice treble choir, so very exciting. Yet, we, of course, as conductors, are wanting to be practical about the commission and be able to use that piece on our own and in our own concerts. So how do you make that happen? And I think Pablo embraced that challenge and created his work around those very practical, down-to-earth things that we have to deal with as conductors, which I think was a very interesting and novel approach.
For the children's choir, the basic difference is the last section stays in a 3-part texture. And for the older choirs and the adult choir, it goes to a 6-part texture, and they're completely compatible, so when everybody sings together, the effect will be to hear the 6 parts, but it's kind of rich, it's nice, it's pretty.
In the poem where the poet talks about the universe, It's this sudden realization that there is a world or there's a universe that is much larger. And when we get to that point, that's where the piece goes suddenly from 3 voices to 6 voices. This is going to be as much a surprise to me as it will be for everybody, because I have never heard the piece with the 6-part ending. I know how it's supposed to sound, but I haven't heard it.
Yeah, we are in the business of interpretation. We sit there and we look at the score, we give it voice, we try to see what kind of color would fit. You cannot go on iTunes or YouTube and find this performance. We are going to be the first people to give it sound. And I find it tremendously exciting as a conductor, as a singer.
Yeah, we have to come up with interpretive ideas. And frankly, Pablo's, a characteristic of his style is he does not give you much. He does not give you many dynamics. He does not give you tempo markings. He basically, he basically gives you the piece of music and assumes that you, being the musician you are, will figure out the best way to interpret it.
Well, you help complete the work in a way, that way.
Yeah.
So we kind of like work together with our conductor as well as how we feel it should be, and we kind of, you know, in some rehearsals, I guess, you know, he asks us to raise our hand and say, how do you feel about this section? What does this look like for you visually? And that's a good experience, because in the end, it's something that's kind of a combination of what the composer wants to see and something that we're proud of and we can connect with personally.
Because I started the piece with my children's choir called 𝐼𝐚𝐬𝐜 in August, I had to make a whole bunch of decisions, and Martine and I actually don't always agree on some of our choices about where parts should breathe or whatever, but he basically had, in this case, to, you know, take what I had done, and I
had to just accept it as, that's it.
It's already done, Martine. So.
I'm delighted. I'm extremely happy. I think it's going to be great, and you guys sound incredible. So I think, you know, you should be very happy and you should be very proud of yourselves, because you're doing a terrific job. So thanks a lot. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Nice to see you guys. See you in... Yeah, so the keyboard here. Yeah, okay. Barbara will I'll help you. Okay.
Wow, there's a lot of scurrying to and fro, making sure that 200 people are organized.
How are you? I'm a little nervous because there's no risers, but other than that, I'm good.
The person who was supposed to deliver the risers had a flat tire, and so that's why we were rehearsing on the floor.
was amazing. I really loved it. I was very, very happy with everything.
I'm very happy that I came to this concert. I'm very happy. I'm actually very inspired to continue working.
You have to keep music going. You have to keep composers having the opportunity to have their music heard. That's the only way the art can continue. And it's just so amazing to be in the middle of all that.
Spectacular. The new music was beyond belief. It was just a fabulous show. And PWC rocks.